It's not about how much you earn. It's not about the hustle. It's not about your education, your network, or even the opportunities that come your way. There is a truth that many people, even the most well-intentioned, don't understand about wealth. It's not the work you put in that leads to lasting success, it's the way you think about it. The wealthy do not operate on the same rules as the rest of us. They are not simply smarter, nor are they always luckier. What they do differently, what sets them apart, is the way they view money and the way they treat their time. This is a wealth mindset, a quiet philosophy that is rarely taught, rarely discussed, but is undeniably powerful. And it's this mindset that allows the wealthy to achieve what most only dream of: long-term financial freedom, stability, and a life lived on their own terms. What's even more powerful, though, is that this wealth mindset is something that anyone can learn. It is not about privilege. It's about understanding money, its power, and your relationship with it in a way that most people fail to grasp. Here's the uncomfortable truth: the wealthiest people are not chasing money. They understand that money is simply a tool, and they use it more wisely than anyone else. Most people chase income. But the rich chase control, patience, and systems. For most, the idea of wealth is wrapped up in visible symbols: expensive cars, lavish homes, exotic vacations. But for the wealthy, wealth is about something much quieter, more deliberate. It's about slow, measured steps that compound over time. And these steps are based on a mindset that most never learn. Let's break this down. What does this mindset look like? Why does it remain elusive for so many? And more importantly, how can it change your life? From the moment we're born, we are taught to think about money in a certain way. We're taught that income equals success, and more work equals more money. The idea that you get paid for what you do becomes ingrained in our minds from childhood. You see it in the way parents talk about work. The idea of getting a good job is often equated with achieving success. But this belief leads to a fundamental misunderstanding that wealth comes from simply earning more. We also live in a culture that encourages lifestyle inflation. As you earn more, you spend more. The bigger paycheck calls for a bigger car, a bigger house, more status symbols to reflect your success. This creates a cycle where money is constantly flowing out. You're earning, but you're spending. You're always working harder, but you're not getting ahead. These beliefs about money, income, status, and success are reinforced by society, by media, and even by family. But they quietly shape our financial outcomes in ways that are often detrimental. The wealthiest people understand something different. The real value lies in control, discipline, and patience, not in chasing a bigger paycheck. A deeper look at how income and status affect decisions. When we look at the culture surrounding wealth, it's clear that status plays a large role in financial decisions. People buy things not because they need them, but because they want to be seen as successful. Let's explore an example. Jennifer works as a corporate lawyer. She makes a six-figure salary. But after buying a new car every 2 years, increasing her rent to match her rising salary, and going on frequent vacations, Jennifer's savings remain small. Why? Because she follows the belief that more income should lead to more spending. The wealthy, on the other hand, have learned a different rule. Financial freedom comes from controlling your lifestyle. They choose a simple, frugal lifestyle not as a sacrifice, but as a deliberate decision to maintain financial control. Wealth doesn't come from increasing what you spend, but rather from protecting what you already have. The invisible trap most people fall into is the belief that more work will lead to more wealth. But what many don't realize is that this hustle mindset often results in burnout, stress, and stagnation. Take Mark, for example. Mark works tirelessly. He's climbing the corporate ladder, earning more, and yet, when he looks at his bank account at the end of each month, he's barely ahead. His income increases, but so do his expenses. The house, the car, the lifestyle, all eat into the extra he makes. Now, let's introduce Sarah. She's been working in the same industry as Mark but chooses to live below her means. She's not chasing after promotions or overworking herself. Instead, Sarah focuses on building assets that generate passive income. She's invested in rental properties, stocks, and even created an online course that sells while she sleeps. Sarah's income grows without her needing to trade more hours for money. Over time, she builds wealth that doesn't require constant hustle. Her financial life is not dictated by a paycheck, it's dictated by her assets. We live in a world where the hustle is romanticized. People are taught to work harder, sacrifice more, and chase the next thing, without realizing that the key to wealth is not in speed or noise. It's in systems that grow quietly, in the background. This is the invisible trap. Most people are trading their time for money, unaware that this cycle is limiting their financial potential. What is the core of the wealth mindset? The silent principle that makes it all work? Control. Control is the foundation. Wealthy individuals do not let their time, money, or decisions control them. They take active control over where their money goes and how it works for them. They make their money earn for them, even when they are not working. Discipline is another cornerstone. Wealthy individuals don't make impulsive purchases or fall into lifestyle inflation. They invest wisely, understanding that true wealth is built slowly, through systems that grow over time. Lastly, patience is key. The wealthy understand that wealth isn't about instant gratification. It's about steady, compounded growth. This is why they invest in systems that pay off over time, like stocks, real estate, or businesses that generate passive income. This wealth mindset isn't built on speed or emotion. It's built on strategic action that moves quietly in the background, growing steadily over time. Real-world example of wealth mindset in action. Elon Musk, while known for his fast-paced businesses, understands the importance of systems. He doesn't simply rely on his tech companies, he invests in future technologies, thinking decades ahead. His wealth is built on systems that will compound over time. The key lesson? Wealth isn't about making a quick buck. It's about long-term systems, patience, and discipline. Let's pause and consider two approaches. On one side, we have David. David chases the next opportunity. He's quick to act, always seeking more income, more investments, more promotions. His days are filled with rush and activity, but his wealth doesn't grow proportionally. He's stuck in the hustle. On the other side, we have Lily. Lily isn't rushing. She invests patiently. She builds systems that work without her constant effort. Her wealth grows steadily, even in the background, while she maintains a balanced lifestyle. Lily's wealth is built on discipline and patience, not on the frantic chase for more. This isn't a right or wrong situation. It's a matter of understanding that true wealth isn't achieved by moving faster, but by being deliberate, intentional, and strategic in your actions. Why is it so difficult for most people to adopt this mindset? Why is the idea of working less, but earning more, so uncomfortable? It's because we live in a world that rewards hustle and speed. But wealth doesn't reward noise. It rewards control, discipline, and long-term thinking. True wealth doesn't come from working harder, from constantly striving, or from accumulating more stuff. It comes from mastering the wealth mindset, a quiet, reflective approach to money that values control over consumption, patience over instant gratification, and discipline over fleeting desire. The wealthiest individuals understand this. They are not rushing to get to the finish line. They are building their wealth quietly, slowly, over time. And they do so with an intentional focus on the systems that generate long-term growth, not the hustle that drains them. Wealth, at its core, is a philosophy. It's a mindset that changes how you view money, how you treat time, and how you make decisions. It's about quiet control, not noise. It's about deliberate action, not frantic effort. Wealth does not reward noise. It rewards discipline, patience, and control. Those who understand this do not rush. They build quietly,